Welcome to Layla Lynn TV, the channel for celebrity news and entertainment. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified of every new episode. In case you missed it, this morning, rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine was allegedly kidnapped, pistol whipped, and robbed and is now in the hospital. At least that's the story that was first reported, but now Tekashi 6ix9ine is telling cops a completely different story. Okay, so first Tekashi 6ix9ine told his people that he was working on a music video in Brooklyn early this morning, and at around 4 a.m. he wrapped for the night and drove home. When he got there, another car pulled up and blocked his driveway. That's when 3 hooded gunmen got out of the other car, grabbed Tekashi, and pistol whipped him, knocking him unconscious. The next thing he knew, he was in the back seat of the car as the gunmen were driving around, telling him if they didn't get what they wanted from him, jewelry and money, that they would kill him. A short time later, the gunmen pulled up to Tekashi's home, and 2 of them made their way inside as the third guarded Tekashi inside the vehicle. The gunmen allegedly took around $750,000 in jewelry and between $50,000 and $20,000 in cash. While all this was happening, Tekashi's baby mama and daughter were inside the house but not hurt. After that, the gunmen allegedly drove away with Tekashi 6ix9ine still in the back seat. At some point, Tekashi was able to open the back door and jumped out. And one of the gunmen began chasing him but got scared and retreated because he was afraid that he'd be ID'd. Tekashi then allegedly jumped in the passenger seat of a stranger's vehicle and pleaded for help. The stranger called 911 and then asked Tekashi to get out the car at an intersection. An ambulance came and Tekashi was taken to a hospital. But now the new story is, at around 4:25 this morning, Tekashi 6ix9ine was a passenger in a Chevy Tahoe at a Brooklyn intersection, sitting at a red light, when a car bumped them from behind. He told cops 2 men with guns jumped out, stole the driver's iPhone, and then grabbed Tekashi and dragged him into their car and sped away. Law enforcement said the men drove to Tekashi's home and he called someone inside, presumably his baby mama, and asked her to come down with his jewelry, which she did. Sources say Tekashi then told cops that he managed to escape and reported the incident to cops, but then became uncooperative. He allegedly checked himself into the hospital. So in this new story, there's no mention of Tekashi being pistol whipped or how he got injured, and there's no mention of Tekashi jumping out the back door of the vehicle and being chased by one of the masked men who then changed their mind about chasing him when they realized that they might be ID'd. And there's also no mention of a stranger picking him up and calling 911 for him, then telling him to get out of their car at an intersection. So this whole story sounds fishy, and people are starting to think it's just some type of attention-seeking tactic to promote his new music. Tekashi 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj released a song today called Fifi that Tekashi is also promoting on social media despite this whole ordeal. So some people are wondering if the whole story is made up and Tekashi 6ix9ine is just trolling again. While other people think that if it is true, it's a case of Tekashi's clownery coming back to him. While other people just keep imagining Tekashi running out the back of a moving car. But what do you think? Do you think Tekashi 6ix9ine was really robbed, kidnapped, and pistol whipped? Or do you think this is some type of publicity stunt to promote his new music? Leave a comment and let me know what you think.